Hi guys, so today I want to talk about something that a lot of students have been asking me. What do I do? I don't have a major. What should I do? Okay, so let's start talking about if you have a major. So if you have a major, you are gonna go to the BYU website or just Google it, BYU majors. Choose your major and you're gonna get to this page. For example, my major is communication studies, so you're gonna come to this page of your major. So for example, here it has all the list of the classes that I need to take, and if you want to have like a file and print it out, there is this, which is the map. So, and it has some suggestions of classes that you can take. For example, you're in your freshman year, in your sophomore year, but those classes are organized in that way just as a suggestion, which means that you don't really need to follow that schedule, that planning. You can make your own planning, and that's actually what I have done. First of all, I didn't know exactly what I want to study at the beginning, so I changed major 2 times, and let us say that I have taken some classes of other majors, and I also have taken some generals. Since my freshman year, I'm a senior and I'm still taking generals. Why do I do this? I like to take generals along my school year because I feel like that the closer that you get to graduate, the more 300, 400 classes, level classes you're gonna have. So let us say that you get done all your generals, just everything in the first year, second year. Then when you're about to be working more with your major, you're gonna have so many classes with each other. So it's just so hard for you, to have like a 4 classes that are level 300 or 400. So I love to do this way in order for me to keep myself sane, because my way of thinking about doing school is I love to learn, but at the same time I want to have fun. I want to have classes that I enjoy. I want to plan my schedule accordingly with my needs. And sometimes the way that you organize, it's not personal to you. Well, sometimes no, it's really not personal to you. So you can make your way. Have that as a reference, but do your own thing if you feel that you want to. So, and okay, here we have all the classes that you have to take, as I have mentioned. But here there, for example, are just a few suggestions. Let us say in the second semester, they say that I'm going to be taking American Heritage, which I'm actually just taking now, which I'm senior year. Good to see that I personalized my school life. But let us say that your major actually requires you to study econ and American politics. So I don't know, like maybe BYU would suggest, maybe it wouldn't. So it's just good for you to actually come here to plan courses, and see the options that you have for that GE. So for example, for American Heritage, there are 7 options. So let us say if I didn't want to take American Heritage, I could just choose any of these other options. You have to work along with your academic plan courses, and actually what I like to do is I like to plan it here. As you can see, everything's planned already, and so a lot of my GEs are all completed. Here on the My BYU page, you can see all your GEs requisites, all your major, and all your minor. So it's amazing for you to see what you need to do. But you don't want to be checking every time and making decisions every time. I would suggest for you to sit down and take a look, and maybe you can even like have some options like option A, B, and C for like the genres that you have to take. For example, advanced writing, there are 11 options. So I have chosen this persuasive writing, but there are other options that you could be choosing from. I like to do actually a spreadsheet. So for example, here you can see that I have my spreadsheet that has all the GEs. So these are GE and these are GEs that I need to take. These are all my major classes and these are all my minor classes. So why do I like to have in a spreadsheet? Because yes, you can just have it here. But let us say when you are looking for classes, you don't want to be opening this every time and see when the classes are held, or it's just so much easier to organize here in the spreadsheet. Because for example, I know that this class it's only offered on fall, and this class it's fall and winter. So just it helps so much for you to have an overall picture of your student life. And here I have like the maybes, which are some electives that I could be taking. This was like for an extra minor that I was thinking. So it's just fun to, have something here organized. And then once you have your list of classes that you need to take, you can again plan around your schedule, plan around how balanced are the classes in the sense of how hard they are. Use Rate My Professor. That website is amazing and it helps you to make good decisions about which professor to choose, which class to choose. Would this class be good with this other class? It's a lot of decisions, and I know it feels like super overwhelming, but I promise you, you're gonna get so good at this. For example, fall semester. The registration begins on July the 6th, which means if you are adding manually at, let us say, without a card, you would have to be awake at the time, competing with all the other students that will be also awake, fighting for the same class, because there are some classes that have like a certain amount of people that can take that class at that. So what BYU just created was the card. So you come in here, add the class. For example, my major is communications, and then I'm gonna just take a look in here, all the classes that I need to take, and you can see that all the classes that I have now are level 300 and 400 of my major. But I have some 100 level classes that are GE in 200 as well. So this helps to balance it out. Let us say that I want to take this 301. So I'll take a look at here. Make sure to understand if the class is going to be online, if the class is going to be blended. You can click in here to have more information. Because if you don't plan to come to Provo, it would not help you, of course, if you're taking a class that's a classroom blended. You'd probably need to use the ones that are online. Let us say that I want to take in consideration the professor more than how it's going to be delivered. So it's a lot of things to consider, like who is teaching, what is the class mode, what is the time, which days of the week I'm going to be working, which days of the week I'm going to be volunteering, or which days of the week I do not want to have classes. So all decisions that you have to make before adding a class. Once you have decided which class you want to take, you just come in here to the C. So to basically add it to your cart. Yes. And this is not gonna, the A, which usually after the deadline, after the registration begins, you'd actually not have the card. You would have to do it through that A, which is to add a class. But again, because we are doing this before the registration has started, we're just adding to the card. Maybe you can think like as if it was your wish list. So this is going to be your wish list of classes, and once we finish our card, I'm going to show you what's going to happen. So for example, here I have my card, all the classes that I have wish listed. So here it says card is not submitted. So if you just add to the cart but you don't take further actions, those classes are not going to be submitted to your wish list. So here you can see your classes, and then once you are ready, you can just come and submit. And again, you have to have no holds, which means if you see, I'm going to show you where you can see the holds. Here, so I have no holds, but I'm not taking fall semester, but if I was going to take, I need to renew my endorsement with the bishop. In order to proceed with my classes being added, I need to be all cleared up with no holds and everything that it says here. Okay, and then you agree, and then you can agree to be added to a waitlist, or just say, I do not want a waitlist. If you really want to go to that class, go to the waitlist. A lot of times you can get it in. Card is submitted and ready to be processed after 6 p.m. on July 5th. And remember that I was saying that the picking cherries classes for students start on July 6th.